Alright, welcome back everyone, Meanpooh here, and today we have the game called Dust Raiders. We're going to give it a try. So right away we're going to jump to the main page of this game, and we're going to read a little bit about it before we actually start. Okay, I've never played this game before. So the game is called Dust Raiders, and it says everything did not go according to plan. Sooner or later, being in control of the refinery could slip away from your hands, and well, it did. The deadly saw blade attack took everything from you. Your friend Victor is gone, your fuel's gone, equipment's gone, crew members are gone. It's time to assemble the first vehicle from scrap, gather a new crew, and get back on track. There's no time to waste because the great storm is coming. So right there, sounds pretty interesting, right? The game also features tactical vehicle combat, and it says as you embark on the desert expeditions, combat will be inevitable. Take command of your crew and make the most of a wide array of weapons to survive and win your battles. It says Dust Raiders features a dynamic economy system with demand and supply and random events that can affect the market. You need to make strategic decisions about what goods to buy and sell to maximize your profits. And lastly, it has riot customizations. It says helping struggling enclaves, finishing quests, and gathering crew members will unlock new customization options for your vehicle. And I did say that was the last, but there was a little bit more. There's more. Vast hostile areas to explore. It says in order to complete the main story and side missions, you will need to explore 4 huge areas ranging from borders of eternal desert through contaminated marshes and abandoned polis. Alright, jumping into the game here. Let's take a look at the settings. Now, this is not going to be an analytic. This is just a intro to the game and what it offers. So it's pretty much bare bones, as you can see here. I got the tutorial enabled, the tips. So the language is English, which is what I have it on, and it has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other languages, including English. Video. Oh, resolution is set to 640 by 480, but I am running full screen, so that might change. Let's see what I can get it up to. Alright, so I'm playing on this monitor here. Let's get it up to 2560 by 1440. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the video. So let me stop the video and change this resolution, okay? Alright, it seems like it didn't make a difference. We have VSync off. I could turn it on just for this gameplay, but it doesn't matter. I always run with it off. Frame limit, unlimited, Windows mode, full screen window. Audio, again, it's pretty much bare bones. And you have key binding, and you cannot use a controller with this game. I did read that. You cannot use a controller. So you have to use mouse and keyboard to play the game, okay? New game. So we have choose your path. We have wanderer mode. Save and load whenever you want, perfect for wanderers who prefer exploring the wasteland freely without worrying about every misstep. Then we have the Iron Road mode. Says your decisions are final, the game saves automatically, every choice matters, and mistakes cost you everything. One save slot, no going back. And that's a decision. Since we've never played it before, mistakes is going to happen. Let's go ahead, for the first time, let's play the Iron Road mode. Okay, let's do that.
No one remembers the beginnings of the eternal storm. It's been here, with us, always, devouring everything. But we've stood against it and we endure. It's my home, the refinery, a decent place to live, better than most. The caravans come and go, taking our fuel. They're the lifeblood of the wasteland. But with the riches comes danger. Hungry wolves from the wasteland, ever ready to take what's not theirs. Sawblade, the self-appointed lord of the wasteland. He brought the end to our peace. He brought blood, fury, desperation, death. Yet, here I am, alive but battered. I remember the days when we built all this, and I know we can do it once again. The road's ahead. It's waiting.
Mad Max. All right, post-apocalyptic game. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, guys. I know you're probably gonna hate it, but you might have to suffer with a little bit of my reading. Okay, you know how it is. All right, so your character's name is Dust. So he says, without a ride, there's no way to track a motorized gang or survive the desert. For now, I'm screwed. The refinery is barely holding on. And if I don't fix that, everyone left here will die of thirst. The workshop was always the heart of the refinery and the best place to grab a vehicle and gather a crew. So it says, welcome, you begin your journey in an enclave, the old refinery. Enclaves are safe havens scattered across the wasteland. They're like oases in a world of sand and death, where you can trade goods, stock up on supplies, improve your caravan, and pick up jobs. You'll find a list of available activities on the left side of the screen, various places to visit, as well as an exit to the wasteland. For now, the only workshop is accessible. Visit it to get started and see what you can do here. All right, we're going to the workshop. Task completed. In the Enclave's den workshop, our friend Nix breathes life back into battered machines, preparing them for the wasteland's unforgiving roads. There's parts needed for repair, like 02, and this looks like some type of currency to get it fixed, and we don't have anything. So more than likely, we're gonna have to find this. So Nix, she says, I'm assuming it's a female. Stop dragging your feet. The refinery won't build itself. The sooner you start hauling goods, the faster we'll get back on track. If you want to be useful, haul your ass into the desert and scavenge something worthwhile. The gangsters who raided us must have left something behind, and I need parts to fix the rides. Get moving unless you're planning to hoof it between enclaves like a damn idiot. Alright, first task. You just received your first task. A summary of your current objective is shown on the top left corner of the screen. To see all the details, open your journal. You can do that by clicking the button at the bottom of the screen or pressing J on your keyboard. Let's hit J and see what that does. Alright, here's the journal. In the journal, you'll find a list of active and completed story tasks as well as active jobs from the enclaves. You must mark one task as tracked by clicking the check mark next to its name. The objectives of the track task will be displayed directly on the game's interface and often marked on the map. So, completed a visit to the workshop. We have the story, which is Bloody Revenge. It says Sawblade and his gang of hawkers must pay for the destruction of the refinery and the death of nearly everyone you knew. It's time to settle the score for the pain they caused and rebuild what's been destroyed. Vehicle repairs. The first step in the plan is to get a vehicle running. It'll let you trade for the supplies needed to rebuild the refinery, which will in turn provide the fuel essential for future journeys. So we got to leave the enclave, find the parts needed for repairs, 02, and repair the vehicle in the workshop. Here's the map. On the map, you can see all the enclaves you visited before. Here, you can check the warehouse and the goods they need. The location related to your currently tracked job or task is often marked on the map. If you don't know the exact spot yet, the map will highlight an area for you to start your search. Okay, don't have anything in the warehouse or in the refinery area. So, what's that? How do we leave? Oh, there's a button right there that says leave enclave. You left the enclave. You can't stray too far since you don't have your vehicle yet. Click with the right mouse button on the spot, you want to explore and start checking out the nearby wrecks. All right, we have this little guy right here, which is refinery, and that's a wreck, and that's a wreck. So let's right click on this one. Wounded Raider. A drone leads you to a wreck of a car with a mounted heavy gun. You see a shattered axle and blood-soaked sand. A wounded biker lies in the back, wailing like a dog abandoned by its pack, cursing the crew that left him to die. He raided a refinery and now he's bleeding out on this hunk of junk. Sympathy? None. But the car and the man might have value. As you approach, the guy eyes you warily. Unsure if you're here to save him or finish him off, you realize you can either drag him to the refinery or take the gun and ammo for yourself. We can screw the raider and you'll take the gun from the wreck, or we'll find more guns out here. Better to invest in people. He did raid our area and kill some of our friends. Let's get the gun. No, I thought I heard somebody. The guy howls in despair as he realizes you're leaving him to die. You kick him off the car and get to work dismantling the weapon. While you're at it, you take parts from the engine too. Nothing usable gets left behind. So it looks like we got a Scorcher M1. It said applies a burn effect to the target, dealing 200 damage over 10 seconds. So 10 damage, 1 range, fire rate, 4 shots per second. And then we look like we got one of the parts. Okay. Right, click into the next. You think it's just another dune, but it's hiding a wreck. You dig first with your hands, then with a piece of scrap metal. After hours of work, you uncover a tank. Not some beat up gang ride or delivery truck, but a full-on tank. That's why it's still in one piece. Back then, they knew how to build things. And our choices are: you keep digging, even though there's a risk it's packed with unexploded ordnance, or we can leave the tank and scout the area for anything useful. Oof, let's keep digging. A tank like this could turn the tide against Sawblade, but there's no way you can make it move. Instead, you gut the beast for parts. Whoever was here before left a stash inside. Priceless supplies, no matter how old. We got some wheat and we got another part. So I think we got enough to get what we need fixed. All right, let's go to the workshop. In the Enclave STEM workshop, our friend next. Okay, yeah. Repair. All right, we got an achievement. Captain the Caravan. A car alone isn't enough. Without a decent gun, you won't make it more than a kilometer out there. Get to the workshop and see what you can cobble together from the junk you hauled back. So we have a little pop-up here. It says the workshop is where you can spend your hard-earned chips on gear and sometimes even new vehicles for your caravan. So this Ripper, 15 damage, range 2, 2.5 shots per second, and it's going to take 50. We have 100 up here. Guess we can get it. Now we have one weapon. It says more. Each workshop has its own specialty. You can sell any items there, but you'll only be able to buy certain types of equipment. Any gear you purchase can be installed on your caravan in the garage. All right, let's head to the garage here. We have a main weapon slot, special weapons, crew, and equipment. And our vehicle is called the Roamer with the words F off on it. Okay, it says in the garage, you can adjust your caravan setup. The Roamer is its backbone, but you can add up to 2 escort vehicles. In the wasteland, you can't avoid combat. Having a well-equipped caravan is the key to survival. Each vehicle has slots for specific gear or crew. To equip your gear, drag it from the cargo hold to the appropriate vehicle slot. No? Main weapon. So we can only have one main weapon. Let's use the Scorcher M1. Okay, time to hit the wasteland before the wind erases Sawblade's trail. It's a generic name. Saw blade. That bastard owes you for the refinery and the deaths of our friends. The locals in nearby enclaves must know where he ran off to. Doesn't know it yet, but his days are numbered. So we'll need to gear up and prepare to take on the entire gang. Better weapons and a sturdier base. This means gathering trade goods and making a few stops. I'm coming with you. Let's start west. They're supposed to need grain over there, and lucky for us, you've got plenty of that crap. Just one? Oh, here's a shelter. The shelter serves several purposes. First, crew recruitment. Assigning crew members to your vehicles can improve the stats and sometimes even boost the entire caravan. Don't get too attached though. The wasteland is unforgiving. Resting. If you want to wait until the next day for any reason, you can pay a small fee here to safely pass the time instead of wandering aimlessly. In every enclave, you'll also catch rumors or hints that can point you toward intriguing places or reveal valuable secrets. Excuse me, sneeze. So here's the day up here. Day passes when traversing the desert. With each day, production kicks in, traders restock. Then we have our fuel. Your fuel level decreases. Your fuel level decides your fate. If it hits 0, you return to the last visited enclave, and then the caravan durability. If it drops to 0, you'll return to the last visited enclave. You'll lose all cargo, vehicles, and crew. So that's bad. And then of course our chips, which is the local currency, used to trade, repair vehicles, and pay for services in the wasteland. I don't want to pay half of our money just to wait. Let's pay $5 to probably get a hint of probably something we could use, find useful. Oh, matter of fact, that's what she said. Psst. I know something that you might find useful. Rumor has it that there's an enclave to the west that needs wheat to produce alcohol. If you got surplus grain, they might pay well. It's hard to survive in this wasteland without booze. Okay, so Nyx told us to go west, and then this person tells us to go west. We just wasted $5. $5. Cargo. Leave enclave. Okay, traveling with your caravan uses fuel. If you run dry, you'll be stranded. So always keep a spare reserve to turn back and refuel at the nearest enclave. Time passes as you drive. The bar in the top left corner of the screen shows the day's progress. Each new day triggers production in enclaves and lets traders restock their goods. To move your caravan, click with the right mouse button on your chosen spot in the world. You can also hold the button so the caravan follows your cursor, making navigation easier. Heading west. First blood. You haven't even made it a kilometer from the refinery when a dust cloud rises on the horizon. Probably some hawkers lying in wait for a fuel shipment. Or maybe just Sawblade's leftover scum from the siege. Either way, it's time to deal with them and see what you're made of. Will the metal plates riveted to your ride hold up under fire? Will you manage to not lose your precious cargo along the way? Or will you shit yourself at the sight of screaming hawkers charging at you? You'll get your answer soon enough. Well, you already know the answer to that last one. Time to see what this beast can really do. Okay, encounter. Encounters unfold in real time. To win, you must crush all enemies. If you're a roamer, the vehicle you see at the center of the screen is destroyed, it's over. You'll have to accept defeat. In the lower left corner, you'll see its info panel. Here you can check its durability and its armor, which reduces incoming damage, equip weapons, and its basic special action, the side slam. To issue orders to your vehicle, you must first select it. Click on the roamer with the left mouse button in the battlefield view, or on its icon in the vehicle info panel to select. To pick a location as the destination for your selected vehicle, click on it with the right mouse button. So this is moving the vehicle. Avoiding obstacles. Warning on the right side of the screen indicates an approaching obstacle. Colliding with it will deal significant damage. Move your roamer to a safe location to avoid the impact. I'm assuming that's enough? Okay. Attacking enemies. Notice the yellow dashed line around your vehicle. This indicates your weapon's range. Enemies entering this area will be attacked automatically. You can also manually set target for your selected vehicle by clicking on an enemy with the right mouse button. Having roamer selected, select an enemy as your attack target. Special attacks. Every vehicle allows you to perform a special attack, side slam. Additionally, each mounted special weapon has an associated unique special attack. Most special attacks require a target to be selected and can only be used again after a cooldown period. This raider has pulled up close to your roamer. Let's make him regret it. This is a perfect opportunity to use the side slam. Click the side slam icon on the vehicle information panel, then target the tile where the enemy is located to perform the attack. Okay, here, side slam. Okay, slow motion. Slow motion is a powerful ability that enhances your reaction time, giving you an edge in combat. Use it to line up difficult shots, dodge incoming attacks, or plan your next move. Press space or the icon on the top right corner of the screen to activate or deactivate slow motion. Spacebar? Is that slow motion? It's in slow motion now? Okay. Yeah, I guess it's in slow motion. It's like barely moving. I was just looking at the road and you can see it's barely moving. So let's take slow motion off. Side slam again. Side slam again. All right. Combat results. You blew them to bits. Another victory in the wasteland. All right, what do we get? We got some scrap. Let's continue west. Oh, what's this? Dude, you turn stuff up. Stop. An automated prison. At first you assume it's just another settlement or some crappy enclave in the middle of the desert. But the silhouette on the horizon is too unique. Tall towers rise in several places, and the whole thing is surrounded by an impenetrable steel fence. As you approach, the towers open fire. Those bastards have machine guns. Rounds mark the sand, drawing the limits of their range and your safety. There's no way to get closer without risking the caravan. Our choices are: you draw the tower's fire onto your vehicles, then take out the gun nest and loot whatever you can. Or we can draw the tower's fire onto the vehicles, then check the buildings for any survivors. Yeah, let's do that. While most of your crew is under turret fire and tries to blind spots within their range. Tries to blind spots within their range? Okay. You and an elite squad infiltrate the strange facility. The countless cells filled with skeletons show this place once held people against their will. Lucky for some, the prison was fully autonomous, and not everyone here met their end. We got a lady named Ada, a guy named Roberts, and the roamer got some damage. 3,000 damage. Should we go down? Let's go down here. Oh my god. We used about half of our fuel. Let's go back and refuel. Okay, garage. Let's go to the workshop. Don't want to sell anything. Okay, we can put, I don't think we put the crew anywhere last time. because I think she was just like there. So if we put her on main gun, the main gun damage is like increased by 20%. Fuel consumption and fuel price is low with him. Repairs are 25% of the vehicle's damage taken during battle. I wonder if like when you repair, you just throw her in, you know, like switch them out there and then do workshop or garage plus 1 gallon free. Let's do that. Okay, and repair all free. It says the service station is where you'll refuel and repair your vehicles. It pays to keep them in good shape and topped up. Without that, you won't get far. So we're good on gas, we're repaired, and let's leave out, and we're gonna head west again, but we're gonna go down here. Okay, they have a service station. There's a trader. You're a trader, not a scav. See what we're low on and what's overflowing, and maybe we can strike a deal. So it says they use corn to craft whatever this is, alcohol. We rely on stems. We depend on food to create waste. We require water to make waste. It says the trader is the heart of every enclave. This is where you barter your goods and make a profit. Each trader will hint at which goods the enclave needs to produce other items. Next to each product, you'll find a vertical saturation bar. The greener it is, the lower the price in this enclave. Local goods and those produced nearby are usually cheaper, while items essential for crafting of the goods come at a higher price. Remember that when you sell, the enclave takes a cut of your earnings. Factor in this when judging the profitability of a deal. It's simple: buy low, sell high. Skillful trading is the key to success. So we have some of this wheat, but we can sell that. And so Tepis, that's the trader's name, he said, "Hey my friend, I know Sawblade has wronged you all. For that reason, I'll make an exception and tell you where to find him, even if it may bring trouble my way. He's camped far to the east, beyond a vast chasm, which can supposedly only be crossed via the Lone Bridge. Maybe you'll find your vengeance there. Let's buy some waste." No. I think we should probably, should we buy something? I mean, let's just, we'll wait and come back. We don't need any repairs. We could top off, refuel to full for 0.80. We can recruit. We don't need to do that right now, and I think it's too early. Oil slick. Is this a one-time? So this will stun an enemy for 7 seconds. Side slam damage plus 105%. How much room do we have on that vehicle? We can have two special weapons and some equipment. Does not stack. That would take all of our money. We have to have money to buy fuel, so we can't do anything like that right now. Job board. The job board is where the locals offer extra jobs. You'll earn a reward for completing them. But remember, each has a time limit. If you fail to finish before the time is up, or if you abandon the job, you'll lose half the reward's value. Think carefully before you accept. As a mailman, locals have relatives and friends nearby. Deliver letters and collect payment for the effort. Simple job. Let's do the mailman thing. And this is probably like the hardest one. Deliver small crate to... Who the hell's in my driveway? We have to go here. All right, let's go back home. Let's get some gas. Wrecked caravan. On the horizon, you spot a pillar of black smoke. Instantly, you know you need to prepare for a fight. You'll encounter raiders there, without a doubt. No one else is stupid or bold enough to broadcast their location like that. Worse still, your route takes you straight in that direction. You approach cautiously, giving yourself time to react. At the scene, you find a crew of hawkers doing what these scumbags do best. No, not guzzling moonshine. They're ripping apart rigs of some poor bastard from another caravan they ambushed earlier. Bodies lie scattered, either dead or tied up, as the gang loads stolen gear onto their vehicles. No one's paying attention to you. You can slip by unnoticed, or you can avenge the fallen and rid the wasteland of one of the Sawblade's crews. I said one of the Sawblade's crews. It's one of Sawblade's crews. Your odds of winning are high. Half the gang would be dead before they can get back to their rides. It's a minor threat. This choice, the hawkers are completely focused on their loot. You can probably slip past them safely without drawing attention. In this one, the caravan wreckage is scattered across hundreds of meters, and the gang hasn't picked it all clean yet. Time to capitalize on someone else's misfortune. Let's do this. Oh my god. Space. Side slam. Okay. Now what? Okay, that's automatic. All right. Slow motion. All right. Get him. Come on. Do it. Okay, I'm trying to slam this guy, right? Okay. Back up. Back up. Move. Okay, now we need to right click down. Okay. And then once he gets down, left click, then right click. Jesus. Come on. Go up. Go back. Side slam. So I was... Okay. That's a little tense. Okay, because it seemed like I didn't know what I was doing. You select the icon to do the side slam, and then you left click on the vehicle. I think I was right clicking. Anyway, we received 1,464 damage, and we got some goods. That was messed up. That was really messed up. Let's go ahead and leave. Let's check our map. We need to go east. Ooh, what's this? Empty gang base. The trail practically led itself here. Dust clouds, tracks carved deep into the sand, and the scorched remains of looted settlements spread out over dozens of kilometers. You figured it out pretty quick. They have a base nearby. Damn hawkers. They think they own the wasteland. Now it's payback time. You won't find Sawblade here, but the camp is a solid setup for a sizable gang. Parts, scrap, fuel, food, even women and children. The whole crew went off on a raid, leaving the base wide open. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. Okay, you can charge head first into the base. Hawkers are too dumb to secure it properly. The road might be mined. Better take it slow. The hawkers will come back eventually. You can ambush them, wipe them out, and take the spoils. Let's do that. All right, you want to do that? You take up positions along the road to the base. Hours later, the hawkers return with their loot. As they slow down to avoid their own traps, you charge out from the dunes and attack. We got water and we got chips. Whoops. Okay, so we gotta move back. Now the slam. Yeah, there we go. We'll wait for it to charge up the cooldown. Right. Left click. Oh, wait. We gotta move up. Okay. Right click. Oh god. We gotta go up. Oh, here we go. Go up. Woo! Okay. Slam. So we need to take our vehicle. We gotta go back first. Okay, once we get back, Jesus, we need to go down. There we go. We gonna make it. Okay. Okay, now we can't go back anymore. We gotta go forward. Let's cancel that. Let's click that. Oh man. There we go. All right, that works. I don't want him to trap me in. Oh, we're not looking too good. All right, let's move forward. Okay, slam. This is tit. I mean, because I'm sitting there looking at my health, you know, go down. We're damaged pretty good, and we got some scrap. I wanna go back home. Go to the service station. I know this free repair is gonna stop. Some way or another, it's gonna stop. I know it is. Hey, let's go ahead and leave. Start of day 3. Traders offers updated in enclaves. New recruits and shelters. Should I go down this way? It was mausoleum. At the end of a line, dead trunks looms a crumbling stone building. Granite walls with carved plaques in the windows are battered and cracked. Bones litter the area, and the sand is marked with human footprints. There's blood, fresh blood, and guts. Entrails glitter under the harsh sunlight, leading straight to the gaping holes in the structure's facade. You explore the crosses half buried in the sand. You follow the fresh trail of blood. The ruins feel too eerie, you decide to leave. Let's follow the fresh trail of blood. Driving up to the building, you're hit by the stench of rotting flesh. Beneath the desert wind lies a nauseating squelch echoing from the structure's dark voids. Bloodstains streak the sand, leading the ominous openings. Then, out of nowhere, a half-gnawed human femur clatters to the ground nearby. Something's definitely wrong. You cautiously search the lower floors. You investigate the source of the grotesque sounds. You bang on the cars and scream, trying to flush out anything lurking inside. Well, they do it on The Walking Dead. Let's bang on the cars and scream, trying to flush out anything lurking inside. But the smart thing would be cautiously search the lower floors, right? The unease is thick, but you find a handful of valuable scraps before the creeping feeling of being watched becomes unbearable. Whatever's nearby, it's better left alone. We got some luxuries. The herd. You're surprised to stumble upon a large herd of cattle in such a wasteland. Cattle? Maybe that's putting it generously. They don't exactly look like the black and white dairy cows from the picture books and coloring pages before the apocalypse. These ones are skinny, mangy, and glare at you from under their brows, as if ready to gore you with their split horns. Still, there are opportunities to make the most of this. Many enclaves are desperate for fresh meat, and no one needs to know that yesterday it had 5 hooves, 3 tails, or 2 heads. You just need to figure it out. Though, your people don't look like skilled cowboys. No point in messing around. You kill a few and load the carcasses onto the trucks. You split the herd with the goal of capturing a few to haul to the enclave. Let's do it. You spread out, shouting and hollering, and that's probably a bad idea. The caravan vehicles break up the herd, and the crew throws ropes around the animals' necks. A few hours later, you got a decent-sized herd that you'll sell for an unimaginable profit. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna get like jumped or something. The herd. Okay. At night, you hear mooing and the creaking of the makeshift fence meant to keep the herd secure. Luckily, it doesn't give away. And by morning, you're ready to hit the road. We're still on day 3. We're halfway. Jump jacks. Let's head up here. Elos. Alright, service station. Okay, they're gonna charge us $2.78. I mean, that's not expensive. Got a trader. He said, you must seen some serious shit out there, Raider. Hope you bought something worth the trouble. Let's talk business. We depend on food to produce scrap and parts, and we require water. We got some water to craft waste. So let's sell the water. In that water? Sell the water. Sell it. What else? Scrap. We ain't gonna sell it. Oh man, I wish I could remember what the other people from the other enclave. We gotta buy something cheap. I would like to buy one of each, but that's really a lot. It's too expensive. Let's sell. Take half our money. Let's not do anything for now. Twin launcher fires a volley of rockets at all enemies in a cone in front or behind your vehicle, dealing 500 damage each. Let's get the twin launcher. Yes! A local trader needs specific goods. Get them and they'll share the profit. There's a wreck nearby with some salvageable high quality parts. Go and extract them east of the boiler. Okay, let's take that job and deliver clothes to jump jacks. Let's take this job. Let's go to the garage and let's put that part on. Let's go back to the workshop. The ramming grill, 50% less damage from combat obstacles. It's $125. Let's just wait on that. Okay, let's look at the map. We're here. Deliver clothes to jump jacks. Locals have relatives and friends nearby. Deliver letters to collect payment. Small crate to boiler. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Where is it though? Oh man. The clash. There's no way to drive past this massive swirling dust cloud without stopping. At first glance, it looks like a tornado or a sandstorm, but the roar of engines and the moans of the wounded quickly reveal the truth. Inside the vast cloud, spanning hundreds of meters, a battle is raging. As you get closer within the grenade throwing range, it becomes clear the Hawkers are in the thick of it. And for once, they've met their match. Let's turn around. Who the hell are these raiders fighting? It's a band of ragged lunatics wielding spiked bats, steel pipes, sharpened rods, and hubcaps they throw with deadly precision. They must have ambushed the Hawkers from beneath the sand. The worst part, they look like rotting corpses smeared with something even fouler than decay. You don't want to mess with these freaks. This might be a golden opportunity to crush the Hawkers while they're distracted with another enemy. Minor thing. You halt the caravan, watching the chaos unfold as you try to gauge the strength of Sawblade's men and these desert freaks. Yeah, let's do that. The ragtaggers didn't look like athletes, but sheer numbers and relentless determination got them further than the Hawkers' firepower ever could. Now they've descended onto the wounded and the fresh corpses, and holy shit, are they eating them? What kind of monsters are these? Time to haul ass out of here. Let's go. And fast. All right, let's get some fuel. Wait. I'm gonna sound stupid. Where the hell is boiler? We should have bought waste and bought it here. So is this boiler? So I can claim the reward. That shipment was crucial. Only caravans like yours keep the wasteland's people from completely falling apart. We'll call you up when there's more work to do. Let's see, personal belongings east of S1R1. Beat the enemy near boiler. It says lethal. We can't do that. Can't do that. Light plates, radar, random event chance. All right, let's go. Let's leave the enclave. Okay, let's our journal. Yeah. Do we have to buy clothes? Do we have to buy clothes? I don't see anything about clothes. But Pumpkin Jacks I think Pumpkin Jacks is right there. The local trader needs specific goods. Get them and they'll share the profit. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have to find the clothes first. And where can we find clothes? Clothes is goods. We gotta find clothes. So we can't do that right now. Recover valuable salvage from the wreck. Location east of boiler. Okay. Let's go ahead and go east. Is that it? Add it to cargo. One hell of a what? Okay, so we got the salvage. Now we need to go to Pumpkin Jacks, which is up north. Oh yeah, I just seen it. Call me blind. It's at boiler. Okay, complete. Damn, it seemed like all was lost, but you managed to retrieve some valuable scraps. Good to know there are still people who care about the little things. But we need to find some clothes. All right, let's go to the trader. Anybody see any clothes? Oh, let's buy, and this should buy a weapon because no telling. Luxuries. We don't have a gun. We should. Let's go to the job board. Defeat the gang that has repeatedly attacked the enclave and still poses a threat. Let's take this job. Defeat the enemy near Pumpkin Jacks. Okay, let's do that. Deliver a medium crate to boiler. Here's what I'm confused on. I don't know how to find, like it said medium crate. Is someone giving me the crate, or do I have to find it somewhere to, to buy it and then deliver it? And let's just go ahead and go to the service station, refuel, and leave. All right, where is this place? It said it's near the broken bridge. It's hard to say what leaves a bigger impression. The yawning chasm that splits the desert into two separate worlds stretching as far as the eye can see, or the monumental structure bridging its edges. In this day and age, no one could build something like this. This place must have existed long before you were born. Someone once decided it was worth sacrificing thousands, tons of steel, and countless hours of labor to connect the two sides of this abyss. Sawblade and his crew are on the other side, but you won't make it across as things stand. The bridge is a wreck. While the main structure holds, the road running across the top is riddled with holes, stripped of railings, and cluttered with dozens of wrecked vehicles. There's a place called Plenty. It said brutal. It says opening the gates of Plenty. Hold up. We don't just let every desert bum waltz in here. Around here it's BYOB. Bring your own beer. What? You don't get it? Bring your own bottle. And no, not just a bottle, a barrel. Or better yet, a damn tankard. We're talking a sea of booze. Okay, let's walk away. What's that right there? The gallows. You're driving down a surprisingly well-maintained road, wondering why you've seen so few other vehicles. Then you start passing streetlights. From each one hangs a gnawed corpse, their chests marked with flipped license plates. Traitor, water poisoner, arsonist, murderer, and more. The handwriting on the signs is the same Yet the sheer number of victims make it impossible for just one person to have carried out all the executions. After an hour, you reach an overpass above a destroyed highway. At its base are car wrecks with barbed wire tying people, gang members, caravanners, travelers to the twisted metal. Most of them are alive, screaming in agony as scavengers tear flesh from their bodies. Among them moves a hooded figure, carefully scrawling crimes onto the license plates with marker and hanging them around the necks of the condemned. You ask the peculiar executioner what this place is. You and your crew loot the suffering for whatever valuables they have left. You try to free one of the victims who might last more than a few hours. Let's just ask, if we ask him, he might take us, but let's just ask. The stranger says nothing, silently leading you around the site The stranger says nothing, silently leading you around the site as they continue their grim work. You see dozens of suffering souls, with more arriving regularly, dragged in by gangs or vengeful communities seeking retribution. This is a court of torment, where justice is outsourced to the cruel hand of the executioner. Judging by the reactions of the criminals, they are the master of pain with a reputation that inspires dread. Get out of here. No, we could go up. Oh boy. Nomads. On the horizon, a cloud of dust rises, accompanied by the roar of engines, a signal for trouble. But as the dust clears, it reveals a massive road train flanked by an escort. It's not a gang, but a mobile settlement of nomads, clad in protective suits with built-in water reserves. These are seasoned wanderers, scavengers, and traders, people who thrive in the harshest conditions. You approach cautiously, scanning for resources that might be of use. Give $50. You inquire about unique parts to upgrade your convoy. The nomads, seasoned by years of travel, have the expertise to help, but not without a price. Give $150. You ask if they have any spare vehicles. Give $200. The nomads show you their wares, but your budget falls short. Scan for resources. Oh, we found some waste. 40 of it. A young trader, judging by her voice, pulls back dusty tarps to reveal a treasure trove of supplies. She's eager to barter, knowing the value of goods on this road. Hey guys, this road, oh my god. This looks like a dead end. We can't go to Plenty. We're gonna have to find our way back to Pumpkin Jack's, because I believe if we go here, we're gonna run out of gas and that's it. I'm fucked. Oh my god. I'll be damned. Out of fuel. Oops, you've ran out of fuel, but it's not the end of the world yet. You'll be sent back to the last visited enclave. But all the cargo you had will be left behind on the spot where you ran dry. If you had anything valuable, don't forget to head back and pick it up. Whew. So we can't go up there. Everything went back to the way it was. Okay, so what we're trying to do. All right, let's go down. Not seeing any clothes, guys. No clothes, no clothes, no clothes, no clothes. Caravan is overloaded. Unload or sell some of your junk, or you're not going anywhere. Okay, let's stay. So let's sell some stuff. We can sell 2 cows. Let's sell 2 cows. Yes. Sell some waste. Let's sell 20. What junk? Oh, okay. 35 out of 20. We need to sell some more waste. We're going to have to sell this at a loss. Wow. Let's sell some more. All right, that should be it. What's this place? Deliver 5 alcohol to plenty. We're definitely going to refuel. Chemicals, food. We can sell all our waste here. We can buy like 2. We have some in stock, so no sense of buying it. Where are we going to get alcohol? I know somebody buys it. I mean, someone makes it. The tanks. In some enclaves, you'll find production facilities that need specific goods to start working. If you bring them in, they'll regularly produce free goods just for you. Remember to visit them often and empty your storage, as any surplus isn't saved. As it says, at a forgotten crossroads lies a ruined gas station. It's empty, pumped silent. Next to it, a rustic crane stands idle, its claw holding nothing. Massive tanks sit dormant, and the entrance to an underground storage facility remains sealed. Untapped chemicals lie in wait, ready to be brought back into use. Oh man, I just sold all of that. I didn't have any water. I think I might have some water. Do I? So 6 scraps, 4 parts, 3 waters. So there's supposed to be a gang or something around this area. The Lone Wanderer. At first it seems like a mirage, one person trekking through dunes that climb hundreds of meters high. You halt the caravan and raise your binoculars. It's no hallucination. A figure cloaked in desert camouflage with goggles, a scarf obscuring their face, and something hefty strapped to their back that looks suspiciously like a weapon. Nomad, raider, ambush. The questions pile up, but no answers come. No one in their right mind roams the desert alone. The choice is yours. Stay put and confront the stranger, or fire up the engines and leave them to the sands. You decide that one person can't be much of a threat, and there might be something to gain. You wait for the stranger to approach. You turn the caravan around and abandon the stranger to the mercy of the desert. You charge the caravan straight at the stranger, intent on running them or turning them into roadkill. Let's just wait. Okay. As the figure draws closer, you order him to explain himself. When he lowers his scarf, you half expect a mutant, a ghoul, or a phantom of the waste. Instead, he's just an ordinary wanderer. He explains that his vehicle got stuck in quicksand a few kilometers back, forcing him to go on foot to survive. Now, he has no choice. He wants to join your caravan, at least until the next enclave. Yeah, let's put him in. Only if placed in roamer. We can't put him in the roamer. Oh yeah, we can. Fuel consumption minus 10%. Fuel price minus 20. I think we're good. No? Yeah, let's put him in here for a little bit. In our journal, it says we need definitely got to get the alcohol up there to plenty. Find a way to repair the bridge. We didn't know about that, but this is the story. I don't want to do that. This is what I'm talking about. Defeat the enemy near Pumpkin Jacks. Where is the enemy at up here? The herd. You're surprised to stumble upon a large herd of cattle in such a wasteland. Cattle. Maybe that's putting it generously. They don't exactly look like the black and white. Okay, we've read that before. Okay, let's split the herd. Okay, we got damaged, but we got some livestock. We're 15. See, there's no way we would have made it, see? And it stacks. Here's the enemy. Clash with the enemies. This gang has launched numerous assaults on the Enclave's gates and fortifications. They've destroyed nearby crops and kidnapped people every time the locals tried to catch them. They fled into the wasteland only to return a week or two later. You've been hired to deal with them once and for all. Now you see them revving their engines, probably preparing for another attack. This is the perfect chance to wipe them out for good. Okay, just reload your weapons, rev up your engines, and erase these bastards from existence. These guys are seriously tough. It's better to leave them be. Let's get them. All right, let's back up. Let's do the side ram. Okay, let's back up. Let's go up. And then let's use those missiles. Yeah. Can we do a side ram from here? Go ahead and do these missiles. Oh shoot. Can't reach it. Can we reach? Slow motion, slow motion, slow motion, slow motion. Still can't reach. Oh shoot. Go, 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 go. Can we use our rocket storm? If we back up and then go up one, we'll be able to get them. Whoops. All right, you blew them to bits. Another victory in the wasteland. We got some waste. Return to Pumpkin Jacks. Yes. All right, let's go to the job board and let's claim the reward. All right, those bastards ran wild until you stepped in. Thanks to you, brother. The area is a bit safer now. You're a damn hero. Here's something to stock up on. Ammo. Whew. Any clothes in here? No, there's no clothes. I don't know if we're gonna get clothes. It's only 190. Hold on. What do we have? What are we in? We're in a roamer. Yeah, let's buy that. And we can put somebody in it. Defeat the gang to set up camp nearby and harassing the enclaves. Hey, let's try it. I'm still just confused on how do we get the goods. Is this it? Yeah. For weeks, locals have complained about the gangsters harassing them. You quickly realize they established a staging ground nearby, and finally you found their camp, and now's your chance to break it apart completely, bringing peace to the area. Okay, there's no time to waste. If you don't strike now, the gang will relocate, and other survivors will face the same problem. The gang's firepower at this location is overwhelming. You'd rather not risk your caravan being destroyed. Let's do it. I don't think we can side hit them right now. Nope. Nope. About missiles. Nope. Nope. Let's back it up. No, let's move up. Move it up. Side slam. Okay. Move forward. Miss out. Nope. It'll miss. I wonder, will our weapons hurt the good guys? Jesus. It's so much to control. Like, you got to be aware of everything. Like, I just noticed that the the alarms, I wasn't even paying attention to that. I just happened to look down. I didn't even know this guy had a side slam. I wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, we can do this now. We can side slam this guy, and then we can launch a volley of missiles. Okay, you guys move down. Sorry, we got this. Come on, we got this. All right, combat results. You blew in the bits. Okay, we got damage pretty good. We got some scrap. We got the water. We got the waste. I think we got enough for, you know, was it the gas station down in that area at the bottom? But let's go to Pumpkin Jacks real quick. Let's go ahead and collect Those bastards ran wild until you stepped in. Thanks to you, brother. The area's a bit safer now. You're a damn hero. Here's something to stock up on ammo. We got 6 days left. They're gonna take 81 bucks from us if we fail this. Where do we get the goods? Where do we get the clothes? All right, let's try it. Take the job. Did they give me a crate? Did they give me? Okay, so they gave me a crate. Okay, they gave me a crate. We're going to boiler. Caught with your pants down. Only the quick thinking of your caravan driver saves you from a massive pileup. You were speeding, really speeding, down a stretch of sandy but firm road that shaved off time and saved precious gas. If not for that road, you'd be slogging through deep sand right now. But all that's meaningless now. You're face to face with a gang. Okay, racing along, you thought it was just a pile of wrecks ahead. Turns out it's a hawker camp. Their battered vehicles suggest they recently got their asses handed to them, but they're still armed and dumb enough to fight. A few are already scrambling into their still functioning rigs, ready to brawl. Okay, you need to wipe out the gang before they can regroup. Luckily, there's one working vehicle for every 10 surprise hawkers. It might be smarter to leave before the hawkers get those wrecks moving. You slam the gas, hoping to leave the camp far behind. 50% chance. You try to intimidate them, making it clear they don't stand a chance. You're in vehicles, and theirs don't even have wheels. Better for them to clear the road. Let's do it. And hit him! Not gonna work. Move up. Can't do a slam, but we can definitely move back. Then, see if we can use these missiles. Nope. Still no go. Let's try now. I hope this rocket does not damage our vehicle. Oh my god, it did. Wow. You see that? Friendly fire. That's the word I was trying to think of. Friendly fire. Alright, claim the reward. Okay. The shipment was crucial. Only caravans like yours keep... Well, okay, we've heard that. Let's see, anything on the trader? I mean, like luxuries, wheat, livestock. Still no freaking clothes, man. Defeat a gang that has repeatedly attacked the Enclave and still poses a threat. It's near Boiler. We can do that fight. Let's do it. Our cargo, 22 out of 25. I would like to go down here and see if we can give a little bit, not all of it, a little bit. Matter of fact, look at this. Alcohol, stems, waste. And I can't do anything about it because I don't have any clothes and I'm gonna lose my stuff. There's a fight right there. Okay, the tanks. So we got 3 of 6. We can't drop it off? Hold on, wait. So a gear and the scrap. Can we do this? Right? And we need water. We need 2 more waters. So we can do that. And then we'll produce the chemical. 4 gears. They don't even have any gears. I could have swore they had some, but guess not. And they don't. I got 8 of those chemicals in stock. Where should we go? Let's go south some more. Let's do this fight and then go south. Oh, shoot. Oh, they're getting smashed. Jesus. I think I'm gonna lose them, guys. No, let's stay right here. Nah, it's not gonna work. Oh, shoot. It's not gonna work. We are done. Okay, this car needs to come up. Damn it. Lost him. We're dead. Oh man. All right, so we died, but the game's not over. We get to go back like last time when we ran out of gas and pick up our stuff. So that's a pretty good thing, but we lost a whole lot. I don't think I'm going to do that fight because we need like all types of protection and stuff. So let's close that out and let's go back to the main menu. Whew, so that's over. So we're back at the main menu. Let's talk about Dust Raiders. What do I think about the game and my first impressions of it? Well, it reminds me of those choose your own adventure books. Remember those old ones? You know, you make a choice and you live by it or you die. But unlike those books though, once the party is dead, you can start over, especially if you choose the version of the game to where you have saves, because you can go further back than a checkpoint. But we'll touch on that just a bit later, just a tad bit. But unless, like I said, unless you visit an enclave, that actually works like a checkpoint. I really like the game that it gives you choice to play with saves. So if one of your decisions goes south, you can go back and try something different. That makes it much more approachable for newcomers to this type of game. I'm also glad that when you reach an encounter, you usually give it more than just two choices, like in some games. And sometimes you can even avoid the confrontation entirely. That level of freedom keeps the game fresh, in my opinion. I enjoy the story, and while I initially thought this was early access, because I did mention it in the game a few times, it's actually a full release version with 1.0.2, and there's still a few punctuation or text quirks here and there, but nothing game breaking. The graphics are pretty basic and plain, but it does set the tone well. You're in a desert after an apocalypse and doom and gloom everywhere. The explosions when vehicles blow up actually look nice. It's just not puffs of smoke with, you know, slapped on top of a fire effect. I've seen that done before, but it's something more dynamic and satisfying. I also enjoy the environment itself. It can be used as a weapon. If enemies don't avoid hazards in time, you can position them into rocks or mountains. Call it a mountain, could be a chasm, and let the terrain do some damage for you. That worked out. I saw that. I was surprised when it happened. There are no animated cutscenes in the game, but you do get moving stills that look like hand-drawn pictures of characters. And honestly, that doesn't take away from the story or the fun. The story still gets told effectively, and the atmosphere stays immersive. I didn't notice the music because I was focused on trying to survive, especially during the fighting scenes, and figuring out the mechanics. The main theme is fun and subtle enough not to get annoying, but it doesn't stand out as typical, music in a game. The gameplay is kind of like a loop. You travel from one city to another. You buy goods where they're cheap, and then you sell them where they're in demand. For example, you buy for $5 in one place, and then you sell the item for more in another. Classic trading mechanic, and it works. That said, finding certain items like clothing, it was frustrating. And maybe they're in enclaves I haven't reached yet, but failing a mission because of that really hurts. Combat is okay. You'll know when you're getting shot, when something explodes, when you lose part of your convoy. Enemies are hostile in the game, especially when you're fighting, and fights escalate. I thought I could take out, 2 or 3 enemies in some fights, but they just kept coming one after another. And, one of my vehicles got blown up quickly, and so did I. That's why I'm here for the most part, because I didn't finish it. I really enjoyed the vehicle customization, even though I didn't get too far into it because it was just, intro is first time playing it. You got different characters. They bring perks to your convoy, like gas savings, increased damage when placed in certain parts of the vehicle, and even perks that help when buying items. Those little touches make planning your team and convoy more interesting, in my opinion. The economy is also dynamic as you trade prices shift in different areas. I like seeing supply and demand actually reflected in the game. As for performance, the game was downloaded from Steam and has a size of about 1.28 gigabytes. While playing, I never experienced any hiccups, freezes, skipping music, or any of that would make the game unplayable. It ran smooth and without any issues. All in all, I enjoyed myself. It's worth playing, it's worth trying, and it's worth buying. While you've seen mechanics like this before in other games, Dust Raiders puts them together in a way that kept me invested. For those 2 hours that I've played, and this was actual gameplay because it's actually like almost 3 hours because I was like setting some stuff up, getting everything ready. But those 2 hours, it flew by. It's not perfect, but the minor issues don't ruin the experience, and the developer can polish them up in future updates. So if you like trading, some strategy and survival in a post-apocalyptic setting, which I like, definitely give Dust Raiders a shot. Well, that's all I got for now, and if you enjoyed this video, kind of like first impression review, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more content just like this. I'll try to get some more out as soon as I can. But thanks for watching if you last this long, and I'll see you in the next one.